Welcome. As we approach 2025, a strange yet captivating sense of mystery lingers in the air. The world feels as though it's on the brink of profound changes, and we can't help but wonder what lies ahead. Throughout history, humanity has sought to understand its destiny through the lens of prophecy, and few figures loom larger in this domain than Nostradamus. The enigmatic French astrologer and seer, who lived in the 16th century, left behind a vast collection of poetic quatrains, riddles that have intrigued and unsettled generations. These verses, filled with layered meanings and cryptic imagery, seem to transcend time, pointing toward events that shaped and may yet shape the future. Nostradamus's astonishing ability to foresee historical events has left even skeptics pondering the depth of his visions. From his uncanny references to the French Revolution, a transformative event centuries after his death, to the devastating atomic bombing of Hiroshima, his predictions have resonated with startling accuracy. And yet, some of his most foreboding prophecies might still be awaiting their turn to unfold. Could 2025 be the year when his words, steeped in mystery, find new relevance? Among Nostradamus's quatrains, there are intriguing allusions to dramatic shifts in global power and humanity's relationship with its creations. He foresaw an age where alliances become fragile and where technology threatens to overshadow human connection. One of his most evocative verses speaks of a time when the East rises and the West falters, a prophecy that feels hauntingly familiar in today's context. In recent decades, the balance of power on the world stage has been steadily shifting. China, with its rapid ascent as a global superpower, has demonstrated economic, military, and technological growth that challenges the long-standing supremacy of Western nations. Nostradamus's imagery of the dragon arising from the east aligns compellingly with the symbolism of Chinese culture, where the dragon is revered as a potent emblem of power, wisdom, and transformation. This quatrain resonates with the current geopolitical climate as China's influence continues to expand, reshaping global dynamics. Whether through initiatives like the Belt and Road Project or advancements in artificial intelligence, China's rise marks a pivotal chapter in the ongoing narrative of global leadership, a story that Nostradamus may have glimpsed centuries ago. As the East solidifies its standing, Nostradamus's vision of the West struggling under the weight of its own challenges also gains relevance. Economic instability, political fragmentation, and societal divisions have left many Western nations grappling to maintain their once unquestioned dominance. This contrast between an ascendant East and a strained West brings to life the astrologer's cautionary tone, a reminder that the cycles of history are as much about decline as they are about ascent. In contemplating Nostradamus' words for 2025, we are drawn into a rich tapestry of interpretation. His verses are not mere predictions, but rather an intricate reflection of humanity's tendencies, our triumphs, our hubris, and our resilience in the face of change. Whether his prophecies are destined to come true or serve as warnings of what could be, they challenge us to consider the profound interconnectedness of the world and our role within it. He paints a picture of a world altered by this change in power, cautioning that a new authority and structure will be introduced by the Dragon's Forge. 2025 may be the year when the United States starts to wane as the most powerful powerhouse in the world, if this prediction comes to pass. A shift like this might drastically affect how countries communicate, trade, and govern, in addition to changing international relations. Deep ramifications result, prompting concerns about a future in which a new force takes the lead and Western supremacy is no longer certain. Nostradamus also discussed treachery and strained alliances in his quatrains. As friends became enemies, he depicted togetherness eroding into conflict. When long-standing alliances are put to the test by changing interests and goals, the vision of once strong relationships dissolving is in line with contemporary political conflicts. Could the precarious equilibrium between the world's powers be referenced in this warning? There have been indications of tension in recent years in transcontinental commercial relationships and alliances such as NATO. Once united nations may be torn apart by political, economic, or strategic disagreements, creating a world where trust has grown more rare. Nostradamus's predictions also heavily emphasize the emergence of technology as 2025 draws near. According to his writing, mankind itself is eclipsed by a single brain that is eternal in its purpose. Since artificial intelligence is already a commonplace aspect of everyday life, rather than just the stuff of science fiction, these statements have a powerful resonance. Artificial intelligence, AI, is developing quickly, permeating many sectors and transforming everything from industry to healthcare to even the arts. Automation is taking the place of human labor in whole industries, replacing them with quicker, more effective, and some worry, unmanageable robots. A future in which artificial intelligence, AI, transcends the human brain and is eternal suggests that this technology will be more than simply a tool. It will have the power to change the world. Imagine living in a world where artificial intelligence, AI, makes important choices, shapes politics, and even establishes social standards. Nostradamus's prediction presents an unnerving possibility. May artificial intelligence take over the globe and humans lose control over its own creation. The speed at which technology is developing indicates that this is almost a given now, rather than a remote possibility. The next year seems like a turning point in history, when old predictions and contemporary facts seem to meet. Though obscure, Nostradamus's predictions nonetheless make people think about the direction civilization is heading. His prophecies' riddles serve as a warning and an encouragement to go into the unknown as we approach 2025. It's possible that the future may test our assumptions and force us to adjust to a world that is changing more quickly than ever before. The impact of AI on the future of mankind is still hotly debated, even though it influences economics, makes judgments, and maybe even our laws. For some, technology is a friend and a force for advancement, while for others, it is a threat that might threaten our morals and liberties. What do you think? Is AI an instrument of freedom or a sign of domination? Tell us what you think below. The globe is experiencing more natural calamities than Nostradamus predicted, and the years ahead seem to be uncannily similar to his forecasts. He described a planet afflicted by plague and a mighty metropolis destroyed by the seas. The rate of climate change is increasing the frequency and severity of extreme weather events, such as floods, storms, and wildfires. According to scientists, increasing global temperatures will cause extended droughts, more powerful storms, and extensive ecological disruption. Could Nostradamus have foreseen a day when people would be fighting the effects of their disregard for the environment? His most dire forecasts include the potential for a third global war. In terrifying terms, he spoke of tremendous thunder in the city of God and turmoil driving brothers apart. Despite differing opinions, some view this as a warning of escalating hostilities between China and the United States, two global superpowers. In a world where headlines are dominated by crises in Asia, the Middle East, and Eastern Europe, the prospect of a devastating world war seems uncomfortably real. Even the strongest presidents may be overthrown in the middle of a catastrophic conflict that is sparked by competing ideologies and power rivalries. The issue of whether mankind can heed these warnings and avoid this destructive path still stands. In addition, Nostradamus foretold a day when the limits of biology were being pushed to the limit, implying significant developments in genetic and bioengineering technology. Thanks to developments in CRISPR technology and genetic engineering, there are now opportunities that were previously unthinkable. Although these technologies have great potential for everything from disease control to agricultural innovation, they also raise moral dilemmas. Changing life itself might have unforeseen repercussions or perhaps cause new societal divides. To make sure that these effective instruments are used for the benefit of everybody, the difficulty is in striking a balance between responsibility and advancement. In addition, he foretells catastrophes that might alter the Earth's form in his works by describing devastating volcanic eruptions. Fire in the sky, trembling earth, and flames consuming large swaths of land were all described by him. The danger posed by supervolcanoes like Yellowstone, which experts say might erupt with catastrophic results, is evoked by such images. Massive volcanic eruptions have the potential to release clouds of ash, alter the climate, and wreak havoc on a large scale. Given the rising geological activity, these old prophecies seem to be more applicable to the present planet. When resources were scarce, Nostradamus foresaw a crisis that would test humanity's capacity to endure. His descriptions of flames looming and the sky blazing allude to energy shortages and the potential conflicts or catastrophes they may cause. Competition for the remaining fossil resources might lead to anarchy and force countries to either innovate or die. Humanity may have no other choice than to quickly embrace renewable energy sources, but it is still unclear whether this change will be made in time to prevent a calamity. Nostradamus's predictions about the future applied to the cosmos as well, foretelling developments in space travel and possible aerial dangers. His description of flames descending from the sky is seen by some as a warning concerning the impact of asteroids. Since agencies like NASA keep a careful eye on celestial objects, the possibility of such risks is well recognized. Humanity's exploration of the unknown increases the likelihood of discovering new cosmic hazards or possibly creating groundbreaking discoveries in space. Notwithstanding all of these ominous prophecies, Nostradamus predicted a period of spiritual change during which people would go inside themselves for solutions and look beyond the material world. People are looking for unity and purpose when crises worsen and uncertainties increase. Nostradamus's prediction that self-discovery and religion might emerge from the turmoil provides a ray of light in an otherwise turbulent world. It is evident that in light of the uncertain future we face, introspection and action are crucial. If there is any truth to these predictions, they could be a warning and a plea to be ready for what is ahead. Please share in the comments which of these forecasts most appeals to you. Are you prepared to face whatever is ahead? Keep checking back for further insights as we continue to examine the wisdom of the past to get a deeper understanding of the future.